everybody. I am happy to connect with you today, and I think I'm live. Yes, I'm live. So it's a wonderful day here today in Los Angeles, California. Oh, my dog is whining. Just a moment. I'm gonna ask. I think he's fine. Okay. So what is going on here? I wanna understand. Sorry, I'm not that technologically smart. Okay, I think close, dismiss. Okay, I think we are good, we are live, and I have a very important information for you today. Why willpower is not always enough. And today we're going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it as a hypnotherapist, as clinical hypnotherapist that works and deals with those subconscious beliefs every day in my office, and as a spiritual hypnotherapist, as a QHHT practitioner level 3, that always we work on those beliefs and on those changes, the inner changes that we want to create, but for some reason it's difficult. And you know, in the beginning of my career, when I started working with QHHT, some of you know very well that this is quantum healing hypnotic technique developed by Dolores Cannon that can do anything. Then we work with subconscious that can do anything, any changes. And I always was wondering why subconscious is not doing all the changes 100% what people brought on their list. Why they're not getting it like in a restaurant from the menu. And then I realized that there are some things that we are not ready to accept. Yes, we say we want it, we're ready. I want to be more free. I want to be more seen. I want to be changed. I want to pursue my mission. But there are things inside of us that are holding us back as a protection mechanism. And those things we're gonna unfold today. What are they? Because you think that why I cannot do such a simple thing. Okay, I set my mind into it. I decided. Logic and reason tell me that this is what I'm supposed to do. I need to start sleep longer. I need to start eat healthier. I need to start a new habit, a new belief, a new reaction. I don't need to be that anxious about things. And then you decide, yes, this is what I want to be. And why tomorrow you start, yes, you can keep with that promise. About, let's say, 1-2 weeks, the willpower is enough. And then there is a moment we go back. Why we do that? And today we'll answer the questions as a hypnotherapist and a spiritual hypnotherapist, because we deal with changing belief system. We deal with changing habits. This is what we do. And when someone tells us, okay, go to hypnotherapist, they're gonna reprogram you, they're gonna change you, you're gonna react differently. How do we work? How hypnotherapists work with subconscious mind? And I'm gonna reveal it for you today. It's not difficult, it's quite simple, but it's very effective. So this is how we do it. And I'm gonna draw for you today a model of the mind from clinical hypnotherapist, how we see things. So first of all, when we're born as an open slate, like tabula rasa. We have some ancient mind thing, we have some like fight and flight mechanism, reflexes. This is, I'm telling you, this is a clinical hypnotherapist way of understanding the subconscious mind. You can agree with it, you cannot agree with it. Whatever you feel about it, it's fine. I'm showing you model that works. And then something that as a spiritual hypnotherapist we add to it. So the first thing is our mind. I'm gonna get it a little bit closer so you see it better. Now from the age 0 to 8, a child collects data. We don't analyze data. We just collected what we like, what we don't like, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. So someone gave me the food that I had, let's say, a birthday party. I enjoyed it. What about some green vegetables? No, I didn't like them that much. Oh, I went to my friend and we played. It was wonderful. I like friendship. Or someone said that he doesn't want to play with me anymore. I don't like it. And this is how we collect our knowns. Our knowns that become our library, our database, that each time when the idea comes into our mind, we go and check it against our database. What does our database tell us? So at age 8, we start to develop something here, this lead that close this database, and this is critical mind. How we know that the child has started to have a critical mind? When he starts to ask you questions. You say, go clean your room, and instead of, no, I will not do it, or okay, I will do it, they start asking you, why should I do it? My sister didn't clean her room. You didn't clean yours. Why should I go clean my room? This is critical mind. And this is the beginning of being an adult, a beginning of thinking about data and ideas that come and not necessarily buying into it right away. So as an adult, we don't buy to it right away. We know that could be different. Child cannot understand. He thinks that it is what it is. Because otherwise, the child will not be able to receive so much information in such a short time. So critical mind from age 8. So this is our subconscious. Hypnotherapists, clinical hypnotherapists believe that subconscious is a childish part of us that holds this data, and it's 88% of our mind. 88%, like at bottom of the iceberg, what we under the water that we don't see. What do we have here on top? Here on top it's 18%, something that we think that it's all of us. It's willpower is right here. It is logic, reasoning. So any idea that comes and we receive it with our logic and reasoning, and our willpower start to act, and then after 1 week or 2 weeks, for example, let me give you example. Someone want to start eating, not to eat sugars, very common, and the idea comes, logic says, yes, it's a good idea, it's good, it's healthy for us. And then we entertain this idea, we do our best to support with our behaviors, but under the water, this is what's going on in our subconscious. Idea comes into the database, and database says, oh, what do we feel about sugar? Sugar was always your friend. Even when you were sad and you ate sugar, it always brought your mood up. Pluses. And we go back to this cake that was so pleasant when the birthday. Sugar means celebration. Why do we need get rid of sugar? Let's get rid of this idea. And the idea floats far away. And in about 10, 14 days, suddenly we start to break. We start to think, maybe a little bit. And we crash our diet, maybe a little bit. And then what else going to happen? If you live in a family or you are in a collective with other people with their minds, they are connected. Imagine, you probably saw that many times, that someone want to start a different behavior, maybe very healthy one, and suddenly on subconscious level, the whole system where the person is start to be activated. A woman start to be more cautious with the same sugar, and then suddenly her husband decide, let's do a movie night, let's have fun, let's get pizza. Subconsciously trying to keep her where she was, because if something in the system is changing, the whole system need to adjust. And the system doesn't want to change. This part of us doesn't want to change. As I said, we call it knowns. This is what we know. And we would prefer to have experiences, even if we don't enjoy them, but we know the outcomes. That's why it's so difficult to bring a new idea, a new experience. That's how hypnotherapists come handy, because we come here through hypnosis. What we do through hypnosis, we open up a little door here in our critical mind. We come inside and we look for those knowns that are minuses, and we change them into pluses. We say to our mind, well, but what about exercises, or again eating healthy? We say to our mind, please accept it, because this body that she wants to take care of, this is the body that you live on, the mind. So why don't you support her a little bit? It will be better for her and better for you. So we find those minuses, and with the hypnotic suggestions that we craft very carefully, with a lot of experience, we change the minuses into pluses, some pluses into minuses, and then the idea comes again. It doesn't accept that much rejections, and then we know that willpower, it feels like it's enough. You have more rejection from the inside, not to change, not to change, not to change, because we talk to this little child and we describe why is it important. The change will benefit, the child will enjoy from this change as well. This was a clinical hypnotherapist. But when I come here as a QHHT practitioner and I say, this is beautiful, but our mind doesn't live in isolation. We are not just our mind. We are much more than that. We have our body, I'm gonna draw here, with all the different bodies that we have. And our mind, if we see it as a local computer that has data, there is also data in the internet. When we connect to Wi-Fi, we can connect through the attention, for example, to the soul. And this soul has other souls that it can connect to, and we have our guides, we have our spiritual team, we have the whole life all around that. This does not exist in isolation. And if you say, well, I want to change my behavior, and I want to change that, and this will change my family, and this will change my surroundings, they say, wow, maybe this is a role that you choose as a soul. And when we come here in the upper level, we say, you know what, let's find out what are the goals that your soul set for that experience. And everything that comes here, and we decide this is a challenge, this is difficult, the soul feels like this is just a lesson, and everything is working for us. And whatever we do, and whatever we create around us, it all brings us to support our soul purpose. So this is how the hypnotherapy that is QHHT, that how we see it differently. We see it's a whole big system. And then in QHHT we have higher self. And higher self is this amazing mediator between the mind that want to keep everything the same, because remember, this part, this sophisticated computer that we have is mortal. So it's very careful to keep us safe on this planet. And some of you who did some work with inner child work and blockages that we have, you understand that all those blockages are because our mind is want to keep us safe for a good reason. That it doesn't work for us anymore, it's something else. But the idea was to keep us safe, not to change, to prevent us from pain. Right? And this part, soul, is immortal. An immortal soul is very curious. I want to try that. I want to try this. How does that feel? And it comes with those ideas here and that, those ideas rejected because it's too painful. It's too much of a change. So here we have our higher self. And this is a mediator. It's a part of us that is mediator that comes as a very loving, very understanding, very wise adult. And it's asked, okay, so what do you want to experience? I want to experience this and this and that. And then, okay, body, what can you do? Let's create those little incremental steps that you can do. Because every little step, if we do it regularly, take us to big, big changes. And the higher self can do so much because it can adjust anything in this computer, but it cannot adjust for more that we can perceive. And here for what we are ready for. And I want to say here a few examples. I remember I had a client who came with the eyesight, the problem of the eyesight. And higher self during the session, the private session, worked so hard on his eyes, the muscles, and all the details that I don't remember because I'm not a doctor. And then when the session was over, the first thing he did, he said, he took his glasses, put them on, and said, oh, this was a very interesting experience. So if we are not believing in the changes, there is no need to give them. Because if they are given, we will not accept them. And if we not accept them, reject them, there will not be changes. We're going to stay the where we are. It's very frightening to change. And it's a brave thing to change, to move forward. But there is an impulse inside of us to grow, because we know that if we don't move forward, if we don't change, if we don't transform, it's boring. It's a stagnation. We go backwards. That's why it's so important to stay together, support each other. Remember this other, our subconscious minds. When I say subconscious mind, it's not that Dolores Cannon chose to be subconscious. He called subconscious what we call right now higher self. But it doesn't matter how she called it. It would work with us anyways. Subconscious, I'm referring right now to the childish part of us that psychologists and psychotherapists, they call subconscious. So this is what I wanted to explain today, that our ideas, our wants, our goals are not in isolation. It's all part of the huge system. And sometimes we set up goals and we create vision boards and we create meditation that we are already there. And we work so hard toward that goal, but there is something here in the subconscious that need to change. And it doesn't matter how much we're gonna bombard ourselves with our goal setup and New Year resolutions and those ideas that we wanna be there, until we find something that prevents us from going forward in here. In those 88%, they rule us. It's very difficult to go forward, and it creates a lot of sadness and a lot of procrastination Because what is procrastination? Procrastination is subconscious delay of manifestation. So there is something here in subconscious that delays the manifestation, and that's something we need to find. And when we start working towards some goals and then we break, or then we start thinking, no, maybe it's not that, maybe I cannot do it, this is the moment. That is the most important moment. That we don't realize that in that moment that we start to doubt our idea, that's why we're the more we hit on something here, we got this minus, we got this belief, we found this little something that needs to be changed, and the mind is doing everything to prevent us from making that change, because it doesn't want to change. So please, when you hit this moment in your work, in your self-work, congratulate yourself first. Say, wow, I got it. I'm about to have this breakthrough. I'm there now. Instead of saying, no, that's it. No, I gave up. Just congratulate yourself. Say, I'm almost there. Because we tend to give up when we're the closest to our goal. So that's why I created this 6 months program, because when we start changing and when we start evolving, we hit something here that stops us. And here what we need the most, we need other people that support us as well. We need belief in ourselves and positive self-talk, that self-love, that when you are, that even if everyone else turn on you, you still have positive self-talk and understanding. And we need to remember our bigger goal. And here comes the metaphorical explanation what I received yesterday from the guides. It's like the sewing machine. I don't know who of you remember or had experience with sewing machine, but the sewing machine is working until it hits something and the needle stops. And then we start to, in order to continue, we cannot just give up and go, I will not continue to work on that. No, we start to understand what's going on. We turn a little, go a few steps back, go forward. Is the problem in the fabric? Is the problem in the machine? And then we figure it out, we change something, we adjust something, like adjusting something here that allows the needle to move forward. The same as we do with our movement forward. And what helps us to move forward with the sewing machine, because we know that we do it not just to sew, in that not for this activity, we're doing it to a bigger goal. We created something. We do it for the end result. It's going to be a beautiful dress or beautiful blanket, something that you create. So same here. We need to remind ourselves, what is my bigger goal? What is my driving why? And this gives energy into this process again. So right now, my dear friends, I'm so happy that you are here, because right now we're gonna do a little guided imagery that will help us to connect to this bright, beautiful part of us, something within us that knows, something that is wise inside of us. It's kind of, we connect to some version of a higher self, some level of the higher self, because in Dolores' work, higher self has levels. If I ask my client about his diet, it's going to be one level. And if I ask about what's happening in the collective, in the country, it's another level. And if I ask if the client has a question about global, universal knowledge, it goes up. So today we're going to connect to specific level, some level of your higher self, to give you support, to give you joy, to remind you of the bigger why. Who are you as a soul, your essence? And this is something that drives us. And every decision that you make it from this part of you. And we tend to have, we tend to have negative self-talk. We tend to go into the mood that we are not, that when we are not hopeful, that we think everything is a disaster, or just there is just one solution and I don't like it. And it's natural for us as humans, because when we are in this negative cycle of thoughts and ideas, we don't see possibilities, we don't see options. We need to rise up above that to the level of higher self that is right here, to the level closer to the level of our soul, when everything is possible, where we are hopeful, when we know that we are in a belief, when we are in our resources, and we understand that everything is working for us. And this is where I want you to tap today, to that place of yours that is so natural for us to have. This is through us, without that conditioned self, as I call it, all those programming that are changing us and keeping us from moving forward. So let's get comfortable, and please, I would recommend you do it in a comfortable space. And if you can lean your back so your muscles don't need to be tense and hold your back, it would be wonderful. Some even like to lay down, up to you, but it's something that it needs to be so natural. So when you just choose to tune into during your day, in any position, when you do your work, when you exercise, when you're on your walk outside, when you do your chores, when you speak with your kids or with your partner, this is a natural, beautiful way to do, to tune into that part of you and to behave, to choose your action from this part of you. So please, I will ask you to sit comfortably, to tune into your body, and if for that you need to close your eyes, close your eyes. Notice the posture of your body, the emotions that you have now, the thoughts that are running right now. This is all you. This is our setup. This is from where we start today. And now you can ask your body to relax for a few minutes, just for this little time that we do this today, that you do that for yourself, just for this little time. Have no problems and no worries. Time enough for that later. They will always be there later. But just for this little while that we do this today, have nothing to worry about. And now I'm inviting you to imagine a beautiful white light forming above your head. Healing light from the universe that enters your body through the crown chakra, fills your body inside and out with this beautiful healing light. Silver river of energy floating through your body, entering your crown chakra, filling up the face, the head, the back of the head, your neck. All the little muscles of the neck are relaxing, letting go. Now when you get to your shoulders, if you feel that you are carrying something, metaphorically, some load on your shoulders, in that moment here you can put it down. Notice the release feeling in your body, moving down through your torso. The light moves down through your torso area. The back is relaxed. All the torso area is deeply relaxed. Moving down your hips, legs, calves, your feet. Notice that the light goes through whole body of yours, and if there any tension anywhere in the body still there, you can just allow this light gently and carefully, like a silver river of energy, move through that place in your body, releasing, relaxing, letting go. And you can help it with your breathing. Imagine that you're breathing through that place in your body, with every exhale releasing and relaxing the tension. And with your inner eye, look through your body. And if there any tension anywhere in the body, they will flow right out. Flow right out. Let them go. Let them go. We don't need them. We don't need them. And now I would like for you to tune into the midsection of your body and imagine there the relaxation and the light that symbolizes for you the light that could be of unconditional love. What color, what density it can be, if this could be the unconditional love in the universe inside of you. And allow this light to form, to expand in and around you. Observe it, feel it, enjoy this presence. This is you, the brighter, bolder, lighter version of you. This is you, an aspect of your higher self, something within that knows, the wise, loving part of you, like a wise adult that always supportive, creative, understanding, cherishing you. Tune into that now. This is you. You own it. And I wanna ask you now, feel how comfortable it is to be in that light, to acknowledge that light, to bring it forward. And I'm asking you now to remember it, to anchor that feeling now. So during your day, anytime during your day, you can tap into that energy of yours, and from here, make your decision. Choose how to act, how to react from here, from this loving part of us, knowing that as conditioned mind, as minds are connected, as our souls are connected, those beautiful, bright, vibrant part of us are also connected, and people are connected through that knowledge, through this light. And when you speak to someone, when you address someone, try to tune into this part of them. So your connection, your communication is not just with the surface of them, how they choose to show themselves in this world, but also with the inner, wiser, knowing part of them. And this is very, very good. And I would recommend you through your day, sometimes check on yourself, where I am now. Am I with this light of me that is hopeful, believing that there are everything, many things are possible? Or am I in the doubt? Am I in fear? Am I in feelings that don't feel friendly on myself? And just switch into the better feeling. Make this choice to switch to that. And now it feels so familiar to switch to that. You will be surprised how easy it is to do that. And you will be surprised to notice that now, when you're aware of that switch, you can switch it easily and effortlessly. And now I want to add a little bit here. Imagine, please, in your inner eye, how this switch can look like if it were a physical switch. See it, please. The size, the material it's made of. How do you switch it? Is it with your hand? Is it on and off button? I wonder how it looks for you. And now switch it into on, into that light. And imagine this light bright inside of you. Now switch it to off and on again. Maybe it's not on and off for you. Maybe it's from 0 to 10 and you can choose your number. I wonder, I don't know how it is for you. And right now, put it, please, to whatever you choose. Comfortable. This is your choice now. You are deciding. You are a decision maker. And keep it there. And during the day, you can go there when you close your eyes and check. Is it still on the same number? When you go to sleep, before you fall asleep, when you're in your bed, this is the time that we are very suggestible. This is a hypnotic part of our day. 10 minutes before we fall asleep. You can close your eyes. Naturally and easily tune into this switch and see where it is. Make the adjustments that you want. It's your system. You are owner of your system. You are controlling that system. And this is very, very good. Now taking all the positive from this journey, coming back to this room, and when you come back, you can choose to hug yourself and squeeze and say, good job. You did this. You find that time for yourself. And you created this switch that you can use now. Good job. Well done. And this positive self-talk that is reassuring. This is like the ideal parents, that wise adult inside of us. It's like a parent that, please, during your day, find things that you can congratulate yourself, even small ones, like something that you can be proud of. Oh, you made it, you did it, you made this choice, or you decided to say no and you did it. This was brave, good job. So with this love and support to yourself, seeing what options, seeing possibilities, making your changes. And this is what we do in the 6 program that I created. We go learning the self-hypnotic tools to adjust your inner system, your computer, local computer, and how to go into the wide web and what to do there. Because the saying that everyone says, everything is within you. You know that everything is within you, and you say, I know, but where is it? Show me. Where is it inside? How can I access it? How can I use it? So this is how was my motivation to create this 6 months program, because we kind of we received this amazing computer, this machine, but no one gave us manual how to use it. So with that, I want to say thank you for being with me. And if you have any questions, something that you would like to know, something that you would think that the training will benefit other people as well, the ideas for trainings, what you want to know about hypnosis, self-hypnosis, spiritual hypnosis, I would love to create a training for whatever's interest you. Let me know. I would love to contact with you. I will contact some of you new members of the group and invite for 10 minutes conversation, just to know each other a little bit better. I like to know who is in my group. It's like my living room that I invite, and I want to know how can I serve you better. And soon in March, we're gonna have our next 5 days workshop that is free, and it's usually bring dramatic, beautiful transformation. So we're gonna post about that in about a week, the dates, the times, and I will invite you all, take advantage of that workshop. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye bye. Bye bye.